Hello and welcome to one of the special environments in college football. Clemson folks call this the original Death Valley. It is rocking in anticipation of this battle today. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Tigers will kick this deep to get us going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Important second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Reed. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the same runner's got it again. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking for some space. It's Harris. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Running play called on 3rd and short. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score in the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
7-0.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Wow, taking a shot on the very first play. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Bringing pressure. He's got his man open downfield. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that is a great throw. But first, man, let's give all the credit to that offensive line. How long did he have back there in the pocket? Seems like 3 or 4 seconds to be able to navigate and figure out where to go with the ball, and he put it right on the money.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Third down coming up after that running play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds an open target on the left side. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Schedule and you get ready for that next play.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made on the left side, and he's tackled after the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. On third and short, they hand the ball off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
The Tigers will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And now the handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And, right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll hand it off. Just trucks the man. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Trying to extend the play. In the clear at the 25. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the 1st down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. QB decides to keep it here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. Kicking team out for the PAT try.
Number 1 in the end zone.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Clemson, 0.
Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And 14, and your first Tigers will take over. First and 10.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. They'll run it from the gun. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, help them just with 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
After the 2nd down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Quarterback making some changes at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Makes the catch. It's Harris. An explosive play. They finally get him down, but the offense very near to the red zone. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. It's a shotgun run call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
2nd down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Reed. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on the 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the catch is made off the carom there. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
That quarterback put a little bit more on that football. I thought he was going to get in there, but give credit to the defense for getting a hand on the ball. But the presence of mind by the offense to come up with a completion.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, tied.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On the run, it's Jackson. Gets some space around the 30. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. A quick juke. An effective play. Good for a first down at the 35.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
He hands it to the back. That one moves the ball across the 40.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Send the back in motion. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. There's contact on the throw. And it's incomplete on fourth down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And there's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They look to throw it here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Brings up second down.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. To stretch the lead, the route is on. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Receivers are bunched together. Looking to pass here on second down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On third down, he drops to throw. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He's past the marker, still on his feet. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Off the play fake on first down. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Offense facing second and goal. Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. And the offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And after another score to punctuate this offensive performance, they'll just kick it away and let the defense close it out. Return begins inside the 10. Return a tackle right there. That's what they'll start to drive. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Hands it off on the counter. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 31, Clemson 0.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to pass this time. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The shotgun running play call. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The ball is loose. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
At the 4-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing that you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. You can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Alabama needing this 4th down conversion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the right side. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. And the single back takes the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket, using his legs on the scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Here's the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Brought down on the play at the 35-yard line. 2nd down.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Quick throw, catch made. Third down play for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback dropping back. He's moving out of the pocket. And he will be sacked trying to throw on the final play. The defense with a consolation sack to finish this off. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.